My name? Well, that's classified. The name I can tell you is Kakatoshi. The story I'm about to share with you has just been declassified. I'm in occupied territory. Unknown number of combatants in the area, but I know they're out there. Started making my way down the stairs, and at the bottom floor in the doorway I see a combatant. I took aim and fired. They had body armor on, so they were able to turn around and get some shots on me. But I had body armor on too. Finished their armor off, finished them, checked my gear, see what condition it was in. I salvaged what I could from that poor unfortunate soul. After resupplying, I head outside using the building as cover, and I headed to the exfil point. I stopped to check my heartbeat sensor that I picked up earlier, and that showed me there was 3 blips popped up. One was in 14 meters of me, in the building next to me. So I thought, okay, I gotta move and ninja my way out of this. I entered an alleyway behind what looks like a diner. Great cover, but also a great way to be ambushed. As I was making my way down the alley, a combatant had jumped through a hole in the wall. In a couple seconds, it was over. Like I said, alleys are great ambush points. I had just made my way across an open field, surprisingly not being made a sniper's target. I saw a little house ahead that had a buy station, but I noticed movement on my approach. I proceeded with caution, checking my surroundings, my heartbeat sensor, and I made it to that station. I bought a UAV and bought a self-revive kit. And I thought, better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Just then I started taking fire. I turned around and tossed a frag grenade out through that same window. Just then, I was taking more rounds. I got a couple off myself before I got put down. Pulled myself across the floor and told myself that I'm not going out like this. Pulled out my self-revive kit and got back on my feet. I got out of that house, ran across the road and found cover and resupplied my armor. As soon as I felt ready, I started making my way up this hill. It was really rocky terrain, very hard to climb, and the only way up was this winding road. I got about halfway up when I started to engage a combatant from a distance. I was taking my shots at them, and from behind them, from another field, another combatant entered in and started putting rounds on them. I switched targets, broke that one's armor, and downed them. And the first one I was shooting at ran up, finished that target, and then the gas finished him. And I moved on. I made it to the top of the hill, and I used my UAV earlier to avoid any surprises. UAVs can only be active for so long before it needs to RTB for fuel. When I got to the top, I noticed another small shack that was either taking fire or sending out fire. Again, I approached very cautiously with my M19 and heartbeat sensor. I was crouched to minimize the sound of my footsteps. I was right on top of them when they stepped into the doorframe, and I just let loose with my M19. They went down. I started to leave the area when I had made contact from behind. They got a couple of hits on me, but I was able to turn around and put a couple of hits on them with my M19. I took cover behind a tree, transitioned to my rifle, shouldered it, and just tried to find them through my scope. I was thinking if I can just... And that's when they went black. I woke up back at base. I don't know what happened, but I'm glad that I was going to be able to get back into the fight.